Welcome back. Our topic is specific gravity. In this section we will solve an extremely interesting example together. Now, let's define the specific gravity. The specific gravity is defined as the ratio of the density of an incompressible substance to the density of a reference substance at the same physical conditions. This concept is also referred to as relative density. The specific gravity of petroleum varies between 0.8 for lighter crude oil to over 1 for heavy crude or bitumen. Commonly, for the liquid phase, the reference substance is taken as water at 4 degrees Celsius and at 1 atmosphere. However, for gas phase substances, the reference is taken as air at 20 degrees Celsius and 1 atmosphere. But, these conditions and standards may vary from industry to industry. For example, in the oil and gas industry, the specific gravity of oil is calculated with reference to water at 60 Fahrenheit and 14.7 psi, and it is called API gravity. API stands for the American Petroleum Institute. API gravity is the measure of how heavy or light the petroleum liquid is compared to water. I think that you are probably going to ask, how to calculate API gravity? Well, I have good news for you. The evaluation of API gravity is fairly simple. First, you will find the density of sample and water at 60 F and 1 atmosphere. Then, you will define specific gravity by dividing the density of substance by the density of water. Following this, you will divide 141.5 by specific gravity, which was previously found, and subtract 131.5. And here it is. Your API gravity is ready. As it clearly seems from the formula, API moves inversely to density, which means that the denser the oil is, the lower its API gravity will be. API gravity is used to classifying petroleum liquids. The API gravity of extra heavy oil is typically lower than 10 degrees. Heavy crude oil is below 22.3 degrees, and the medium crude usually lies between 22.3 and 31.3 degrees range. With regard to light crude, it is typically 35 to 45 API gravity range, which includes most of the highest valued crudes. It is interesting to note that Brent and West Texas Intermediate are regarded to be light crudes. Generally, light crude oil has a higher price comparing to the remaining types. However, having as high as possible API does not mean higher quality and higher price. Crudes with API gravity higher than 45 is generally regarded to extra light crude. Such crudes have relatively lower prices, comparing to normal crude oil. I hope that the topic is clear. I think we can start solving the task. The task is very simple. You are just asked to define the grade of the oil exported by the Zafar platform. Let's start. Initially, we have the density of water at 60 Fahrenheit and 1 atmosphere, and the density of the oil at the same conditions. Both of them are already provided. Since we have the density of water and the density of oil, we can easily calculate the specific gravity, which was found to be 0.822. As we have value for the specific gravity, we can convert it to API gravity and define the grade of oil. The API gravity is found to be 40.58 degrees. Then, we have to refer to the table in the previous slide and define the grade of the crude oil. As we have a quick glance at our table, it becomes evident that the oil exported by the Zafar platform belongs to the light crude oil category. That's it. This is the end of the specific gravity chapter. Thank you for watching.